Hey everyone, ArchTalko here, welcoming you to the finale of Entwined, the finale of this just fantastic game. It actually got pretty mixed reviews on Metacritic and, well, Metacritic, it was actually the end of that thought. It makes me so sad. I legitimately don't understand a lot of the hate that this game got. I think it's a great time. I recommend it. And I think that's all that matters. I mean, just look at this art direction, man. Look at this final climactic showcase of all the skills that you've developed leading up to the final dragon moment. You know, you can see that every gate is a representation of each one of the other 8 lifetimes that came before it, as well as like a representation of all the different patterns that the game had you learn along the way as well. And God, just such a beautiful way to end things off, and especially this song too. Oh, so good. I do enjoy this game's theming. The plot obviously isn't the most complicated thing in the world, and what's there really isn't much. Basically, the only thing that's hinted at is that you play as 2 souls, represented by the bird and the fish, which are orange and blue, which are opposite sides of the color wheel. Very nice. I actually talked about the use of color in my Journey Let's Play, and I think it does hold true to a certain extent in this game as well. There are definitely moments where the warmer colors have been used to signify more frantic and, all in all, just more emotional moments, whereas these more soothing blues and whites, which, I mean, there are plenty of oranges in the sequence, but you can see it's primarily blue and white, have been used as sort of like rewards for more calming. And God, why was I so bad at playing through this? I will never know, but I was saying something about color. This game does a great job at its design, is essentially what I'm trying to get across. And I don't know, man, just the idea of 2 souls falling in love and, you know, obviously being different enough that they could be represented by a fish and a bird respectively and be on opposite sides of the color wheel, but yet still put aside those differences to want to come together and struggle doing so, but in the end triumphing and being together to create something even more beautiful than they could have accomplished by themselves. I'm just a hopeless romantic when it comes down to it. It just speaks a lot to me because I always put way too much weight and importance into relationships, just in general, you know. I'm the worst guy to be emotionally vacant. I'm just the complete opposite and the biggest emotional goob you'll probably ever know or meet in your lifetime. Hey, look, lifetime, bring it full circle. No, but I feel like with every relationship that I've had, and granted, I've only had 3 like major relationships that lasted for longer than, let's say, like a month, because I've dated around before and stuff, but with each one of those, I feel like, and this is probably completely just memory bias of me wanting to think that things went a certain way when in reality they didn't, but I'm gonna tell myself that every single time I met one of the girls that I ended up dating for like a really long time, the people that like legitimately made a pretty big impact on my life and really helped to shape who I was just by them being my girlfriend, you know, I feel like you spend enough time with anyone, they will kind of inadvertently shape who you are. That's at least my take on it. From like the first moment I would meet them to, you know, those parting words with the breakups, I just like, it feels like I always would have this sort of gut feeling that, man, maybe I'm not even gonna date this person, but they're gonna play some kind of role in my life. They're gonna have some sort of big influence on who I become as a person. I don't know, I've always felt that, and the theming of this game, I feel like it really hits home to how I've always felt about relationships in general, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't. I mean, you can really say that about any relationship though, not just the people that you end up dating. Like every friendship, every family member that you actually spend time with, like all of these people and experiences, I feel like wow, what was I even thinking? They really do come together to shape the type of person you become. You know, it's definitely one of those age-old arguments of nature versus nurture, but I'm definitely in the mindset that it's a huge part is the nurture aspect. You know, people are, you know, born with certain personality types and all that fun stuff, and yeah, that's a given. There's only so far you as a person can bend, but I still don't think that changes how important it is to be around the right people, or at least You know, if you're not able to be around the right people, the kind of impact the wrong people end up having. I can say pretty confidently that I was just lucky enough in life to find just a bunch of my own birds, because I don't know what it is, I just project myself as the fish in this game. I really don't know why. It's probably because I'm just not as good with a bird. Like my right thumb isn't as coordinated with my hand-eye coordination as my left thumb is. I don't know, I just always end up messing up way more with the bird than the fish. But the point is, I feel like I kind of had this mindset because I was lucky enough to just have a bunch of amazing people in my life, a bunch of birds in my life to be entwined with, always together and forever apart. And that's really, the tagline too, I think really helps to reinforce the message of this game. And it's the fact that, you know, however fleeting it might be, the people who do come into your lives, while they might be forever apart, will still always be together with you too. They end up always becoming a part of who you are. And again, this is just my personal opinion, but this game means a lot to me. And again, the first time it came into my life was at a time when I felt like the loneliest and like I had no birds. And it really took this game, playing through it, for me to kind of have the realization that, like, okay, yeah, sure, maybe I don't have a girlfriend, but that doesn't mean I don't have so many other amazing loved ones in my life that are there to support me and be there with me. It doesn't mean that all those experiences and memories we had together before the breakup meant nothing, because in the end, every experience is a learning one. Whether it's good or bad for you, it really doesn't matter. What's important is that you're just living life and living it with others, because I know as a horrible introvert how easy it can be to just want to shut myself out and contribute to the sort of overwhelming loneliness that comes with living by yourself. But it really took me playing through this game to come out of my rut and really appreciate everyone in my life for just everything that they've allowed me to see and do. And I think that's a perfect note to end on, with us having acquired all the birds and fishes of the lifetimes. They come together and make the greatest light trail in the game. The congregation of all the previous scenes too. I'm just gonna let this play out. Oh man, I don't know what it is about this ending, but it just always gets me so flustered, so emotional. It just makes me feel so many things. But again, I'm so glad I got to play this for you guys. I mean, originally it wasn't even intended to be an LP, but you know, if I had the footage, why not show it off to you guys? Maybe I can inspire some of you guys to pick up the game for yourselves and give it a go. And with that, we reach the credit sequence. Now, normally what the credit sequence is for LPs, I just kind of give my brief synopsis on how I felt about the project as a whole, what it was like to work on it over a period of time, which for me, I'm used to, like, me being ultra slow and taking a year, whereas this was only 5 parts and, you know, already completed it. So, don't really know exactly what to talk about. This is also all pre-recorded, so unfortunately, I'm not going to get any of your guys' feedback because I'm actually tomorrow leaving to go down to Illinois to celebrate my birthday with my family down there in Illinois. So I don't know, it's kind of weird. I've never really done a project like this where the entire thing was done in advance, but it's been really fun to just chill out, not really have to worry too much about the editing aspect, and just be able to talk directly with you guys without really worrying about being ultra distracted or anything, and just having some very nice, pleasant visuals and music in the background to accompany me. If you guys enjoyed this format, definitely let me know what you thought about it and if you'd like to see more like it. There are a few other games that I feel would probably fit pretty well in this format. You know, very short games, very aesthetically pleasing, that would be nice background chatter as we talk about whatever topics that, you know, come to my mind at any given moment. But with this pounded music, anyway, that is gonna be it for the day. Again, thank you all so much for watching me play through and get a little deep, a little emotional with some of these topics. It's been really nice to just kind of open up and be hashtag exposed. So again, thank you all so much, and as always, I'll see you for whatever the next project may be. ArchTalko out.